welcome back to segment 2 of the M&M Show, where we're going to give you all our Pickems this week. We did pretty okay last week. We were over 500, George.
Sure. I mean, between COVID and everything else,
yeah, I feel great about that. Like, this is the weirdest NFL season. You can't trust anything. Apparently, even us.
Let's get weird.
Let's get real weird. So the first game of the week, we got Thursday night. Indianapolis going out to Nashville, playing the Titans. Titans are favored by 2. Indianapolis, we haven't actually beaten anybody good this year, so I don't have a lot of confidence in this game. George, you got to have Tennessee, right?
I got Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry, even though the Colts D is pretty good against the run, I think that one of the best runners in the league is going to find a way to get it done under those conditions. And I just think the Titans are home. Makes a lot of sense to go with the Titans.
All right, let me ask you this, George, because I'm not going to argue with you about the Titans. I'll tell you, I'm going to take Indianapolis. I'm going to put it all the way at the lowest weight I can. I'm just going to be a homer pick on that one, but that's fine. Here's what I got to ask you. What do you mean by get it done? What are you expecting? Because we're about to just create a side bet on the spot here. What are you saying is getting it done by Derrick Henry?
Oh, you want me to guess how many yards he has?
Just give me an over under. Give me an over under.
Over 80 yards from scrimmage.
All right, how many tutters?
Oh, I have to guess tutters too?
Okay, hold on. So let me back it up then. I will tell you.
Okay.
Okay. If Derrick Henry only has 80 yards from scrimmage, Colts win this game.
You might not be wrong. I think it's going to be a close game.
I think he's got to have a $120 at least.
Okay.
And I don't know that that's going to happen either.
Okay. Let's do over under 90 yards and a tutter.
90 and a tutter. Okay.
Lock it in. Coffee.
I'll get you a gift card to your place of choice. All right. So George is taking Tennessee, and I'm there with you. I don't have a ton of confidence that the Colts win this game per se. And I think if Titans are going to do it, it's going to be because Tannehill magically throws for 403 or 4 TDs, and A.J. Brown has a big game, and
sure,
Corey Davis has a big game too.
A.J. Brown's had 5 weeks in a row where he's had at least 1 touchdown. Yeah,
he's been very good, very, very good since coming back. But that's how I see them winning. I don't see Derrick Henry being the Colts run defense is too stout. All right, so that's that. We'll leave that one there. Next game, we've got Cleveland at home to Houston. Cleveland, the odds makers only have Cleveland by 3. I'm guessing because the question marks around Baker Mayfield. Who do you got in this one?
I'm gonna go Texans.
Whoa.
I feel like they're feeling a little bit more confident. I feel like that since Will Fuller is going to be sticking around for a while there, I feel like that their offense is doing the things that they need to be successful. I feel like the Browns got out to a start to the season that's a little bit more, that's not as manageable as you would expect from them. I could see them falling 5-4.
I could see it. I just don't have. Houston's won 2 games this year, and
they've been pretty competitive though.
They've been competitive. They beat Tennessee in a game they probably shouldn't have won, right? And then they beat Jacksonville. I don't have a lot of confidence. No, they didn't even beat Tennessee. I think they just beat Jacksonville twice. I don't have a lot of confidence here with Houston. So I'm gonna go with Cleveland on this one. I'm gonna stick with Cleveland on this one. I feel pretty good about that. Maybe if Mayfield's not playing, I go in, late Sunday and switch this one. If Mayfield's not playing, that's a spot where I'm gonna hedge because I don't even know who the backup QB there is. In full disclosure, no idea. But outside of that, I'm feeling pretty good about Cleveland in that one. Next game, we've got Green Bay playing at home against Jacksonville. We saw Green Bay have a big game Thursday night. I don't think any of that's stopping. I think Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones and company are just going to destroy Jacksonville.
I agree.
Just for the record, the odds on that one are 13.5. It's a lot of odds, but I think I might go ahead and play the spread on that one and still take Green Bay to win by maybe 20 plus. Our next game, and you were excited about this one earlier, we got Philadelphia playing on the road at New York. I like Carson Wentz and company in this one. Vegas likes Carson Wentz and company by 3. What are you thinking?
I'm going Philly. Yeah, I think they have some really great weapons. I think the Giants just squeaked it out against the Redskins uh, last week. Redskins are not looking too good. They're on their third or fourth string quarterback.
Who's
I
Alex
go.
Smith though?
Yeah, I'm going Eagles.
Yep, yeah, I'm with you there. I'm going Eagles there. We got Tampa Bay playing on the road at Carolina, and Carolina is, or Tampa is favored by 4.5, 4.5 of this one. I've got Tampa in a comeback. TB12 doesn't like to lose 2 games in a row.
Yeah, it's Tampa all the way.
Atta boy. We've got Washington playing on the road in Detroit. I'm taking Detroit in this one. That being said, I'll hedge a little bit. I think Alex Smith, full week of prep under his belt, being the leader, like taking the snaps under center. Alex Smith is a decent enough quarterback here. And my bigger concern is like, can that Washington line hold up, or are they going to get him hurt again? But I think it'll be a close-ish game. But I think I'm still taking Detroit here.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit as well.
Yeah,
I think they're going to pull it out.
Vegas says 3.5, but I would even like Washington's defense is actually good, like legit good. So we could see this go another direction. Big matchup of the week. I think this is one of the bigger ones. We have Buffalo playing on the road in Arizona. Arizona seems to play up or down to the competition. They're going to have to play up to this one. I think Josh Allen's probably going to have a big game. We got Stephon Diggs out there, Zach Moss out there, John Brown coming back to town. Can Arizona win this game, or is Buffalo just going to be too much for them, you think?
I bet against Buffalo last week, and that was a mistake. I'm going to go Buffalo this time around.
I bet against them too. I was right there with you. And Josh Allen said, "I got no problem playing in Seattle, guys."
He had a grandfather revenge game last week.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Like
Yeah, his
that.
grandfather died, and he just completely went crazy. He went off.
Is that like when Brett Favre's dad died? Like similar?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. This one's tough for me because I still think Arizona's like they have the potential to be a good team. That's clear. They just have to stop losing to bad teams. But it seems like they lose to bad teams but beat good teams. I don't know how to play this one. I think I'm going to take Buffalo and put it way down in my confidence though. Arizona is favored in Vegas to win by 2, so that we'll see what happens with that one. Last week you picked Denver. It didn't work out for you. This week they're playing on the road in Vegas. Last week you also picked Vegas in a differentiation from me. I think Vegas is winning this one. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Vegas. I think the Broncos, and I feel like the Broncos are going to keep it competitive. So maybe that 5-point line isn't quite where it needs to be. But I still think the Raiders are going to squeak this one out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close one. Yeah, I think you're right. We've got Miami playing at home to the Chargers. Fool me once, fool me twice. I've got to go with Miami this time.
Yeah, got to go Miami. They're the most surprising team in the league right now.
As it stands right now, that team is going to be a wild card team.
Yeah, and they
let that marinate for a second. You know what I mean? All right, we've got Pittsburgh playing at home to the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh all the way in this one. Although Big Ben's on the COVID list, right? So that could be a changer. But assuming Big Ben is playing, and even if not, I still might take Pittsburgh here.
I'll take the Bengals. The reason being, Joe Burrow played phenomenally. I know it was against some weaker competition. I feel like the Steelers kind of showed some weaknesses against the Cowboys. I would say that the Bengals have a chance at winning. To a game that's at Heinz Field, I need to go with something. I can't just go with everything that you're with. So I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one.
Pittsburgh, the heavy favorites on this one. Like, they're not even letting you bet a spread on it.
Well, that also might be because Ben Roethlisberger's up in the air.
A little bit, yeah, you might be right. We've got San Francisco playing on the road at New Orleans. New Orleans has got to win this one going way, right?
Yeah, I think the Saints are looking good, man. And the Niners are down to some of their backup talent on offense. It's got to be the Saints.
Got to be the Saints. Yeah, I'm with you there. One that might be a little bit closer. We have Seattle playing on the road against the Rams. Seattle 6-2, Rams 5-3. Toughest division of football over here. With the NFC West. The Rams are favored by 2, which I think is a little off. I think Seattle's got this one. I think Russ having a comeback game because he did not play well last week is a big thing. Who do you got though?
I'm gonna go Rams.
Uh-oh.
I think the Rams are gonna pull it out. They're at home. Not that that matters as much as it usually does, but Seahawks are very inconsistent. They look really phenomenal, and they don't look as phenomenal from week to week. So I'll go with Rams.
Let's go with the Rams then. All right, I'm sticking with Seattle on mine. One of the easier games to pick this week, at least it should be. We've got Baltimore playing on the road in New England. New England showed us last night that, wow, they suck because the Jets had that game in the bag for a while before, doing what the Jets do and coughing it up.
Yeah, the thing that makes me nervous about all this is I'm picking a ton of away teams. But at the same time, the Ravens are 4-0 when they're away, and the Patriots are the Patriots. So I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough to do because we kind of discussed this earlier. You've got so many question marks with these teams on what they're doing, how they're functioning from a COVID standpoint, and like home field just doesn't mean as much. So last game of the week, Monday Night Football. We've got what promises to be a defensive slugfest, maybe. Minnesota playing against the Chicago Bears. It's funny here because the Bears are 5-4, Minnesota's 3-5. But if you're a Vikings fan, you're happier about where your team is right now than if you're a Bears fan, right?
I think it's a literal coin flip at this point. Both teams are 2-2, both away and at home. Vikings are playing well, but if they don't get their running game going, I don't know how effective they're going to be. I ultimately am going to pick the Bears.
Wow, that's we've got 5 games different this week, so there's no way we're tying. And I'm sticking with Minnesota here. Here's why. That Bears offense is bad. They can't run the ball. They can't really throw the ball.
Yeah, Montgomery's hurt even, I think.
Like it's Tariq Cohen went down a while back. They can't really, like, what are we putting out there? Allen Robinson can't do everything. And so there's just, so for me, even if Minnesota doesn't get, that's a stout front seven. So even if Minnesota doesn't get the running game going, which I think they will, like, get the screen game going. And then if they don't, like, who are you taking? You taking Nick Foles or you taking Kirk Cousins?
Oh man, I guess Cousins.
You taking Allen Robinson and I don't know who I would even consider their
Mooney.
Second. Maybe Mooney. Yeah, maybe Anthony. Anthony Edwards. He was in Top Gun, but
Jimmy Graham.
Or you taking Irv Smith and Kyle Rudolph and I almost said Stephon Diggs. Not anymore. Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson.
Oh man, I don't know.
I'm taking those Minnesota offensive players over the Bears. Now I'll take the Bears defense over the Vikings defense, but I don't think the Vikings defense has to be very good to stop anybody.
Sure. Like I said, I think it's a coin flip.
Yeah, it's definitely a coin flip. But that's, to me, like, that's where it really sits. Is there's just so many weapons on that defense. Irv Smith's starting to play a little better. Kyle Rudolph's looking okay. They have Dalvin Cook. Like, they've got pieces. There's just maybe a little bit too much there for the Bears defense. They're not going to stop everybody. Thielen's going to go off. Jefferson's going to go. Somebody from that Minnesota offense is going to have just a good enough game that Minnesota's going to win this one.
Yeah, I just feel like the Bears are a little bit grittier than the Vikings.
I won't even disagree with you there. Won't even disagree with you there. That even all that being said, I think I take the Vikings here. So
okay,
gonna be a good one. Gonna be a close one. I'll put the over under on that game at 45 points. I think it's gonna be low scoring. So I will say. All right. I will say that. So, all right. So that's our Pick'em show this week. Take it to the bank. Don't take it to the bank. Who knows? COVID's got us all sideways. But it's going to be a fun week 10, regardless. Go out there, get some wins. Leave some comments in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. George, any parting words before we go?
Bengals in a surprise upset.
Bengals in a surprise upset. That's his put it in the bank one, hammer it home. All right. Appreciate you joining us for the show this week. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mission.